Millennials stand to become the richest generation in history because there's about to be a $90 trillion wealth transfer. That's a polite way of saying their parents are going to die. Michael Rubin is joining us to talk about this. He is the CEO of MDR Associates, and his team have helped more than 200 owners sell their businesses. Michael, you're very welcome. How are you?
Thank you. How are you? I got to ask you, what is that? Your accent is amazing. Where are you from?
Well, I tell everybody who asks me, this is my Orlando accent. But if you want to know where I was born, that would be London, England.
I love it. I love it.
So there you go.
Just wanted to get that out of the way.
It just makes it sound like I know what I'm talking about, which is a great asset. So it's fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Anyway,
Yes, it is.
I'm not wrong though, am I? When we talk about the transfer of wealth, we're talking about lots of people dying.
Yeah, I sell businesses each and every day for the last 15 years here in Texas, and I can tell you I meet with baby boomers on a weekly basis, and there's, $90 trillion of cash, of real estate, and what I do, business assets are going to be transferred in the next 15 to 20 years. It's going to be called the silver tsunami or the gray wave, and it's never going to happen again. It's just an amazing amount of money that's going to be inherited by the millennials.
Why do you think it's never going to happen again? Because, you know, if there are any millennials listening, I've got some very bad news for you. Eventually, you're going to die.
It's never going to happen again because we've never had a harder working generation. And that's never built the amount of value in their businesses, 10 trillion in their business, 90 trillion overall. And when they die off, I guess it could happen again. You know, I think my mom's the one that said, don't ever say never. Mm-hmm. But in my lifetime, I'm 53 years old. I'll probably work till I'm 73 just to see the whole gray wave and silver tsunami happen. And I'm just honored to represent business owners. They're my heroes. They've been the hardest working generation. I hear their stories every day in the boardroom, and I'm in awe of them. I have a lot of respect.
Right,
baby boomer generation.
Absolutely, I'm a proud member myself, and built and sold a bunch of successful businesses in my lifetime. But then I got this job where they pay me to flap my gums. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
With such a great accent,
So how is this going to affect the United States? Will it have an effect on the United States? Will these suddenly rich millennials realize that tax is a bad thing?
Well, you know what they say, hindsight's 20/20. I guess if I make it to 83, and I'm 30 years from now, I could tell you how it affected the United States. But I don't think the millennials are ready to transfer a lot of these millennials. I said in the last interview about an hour ago, or half an hour ago, the millennials aren't ready to transfer this business, and they don't want it. A lot of them have their own dreams, aspirations. They don't want dad's business, which really blows me away. Really, really blows me away. And so I said in the last interview, I think the best option is to put a mentor on top of it, above that 23, 28-year-old. Let them come into the business, learn every aspect of the business, and when they're in their mid-30s, upper 30s, they can take that business over if that's what they want to do. A lot of times, what I'm finding, the millennial, that Gen Z, does not want the business.
Interesting.
They have their own aspirations. Yes.
Very interesting. So that you're just selling it to some other private individual. Fascinating stuff.
We run a real M&A process. I have my own radio show here in Dallas called Sell Your Company for Maximum Value on WBAP, Sundays 12 to 1, and I go through the whole process of buying and selling businesses, which you've obviously done.
Well, Michael, thank you very much for joining us this morning. I appreciate it. You have yourself a great rest of the day, and we will probably talk again.